We are now live. Excellent. Okay, sweet. Streamlabs is so much more intuitive in this. Okay. New game. Do I have any challenge modes? I do, don't I? I have the Descent, I have standard challenges. Didn't I unlock a new character at one point? Yeah, we're not going to do that. I know I have the Scholar. I could have sworn I unlocked the Ministry Man at some point as well. Maybe I didn't save that. Alright, let's see. Jeez, just all sorts of bonuses that I can get right there. Hey, Resnick. Hey, Hugh. Let's see. I need to get both of these, honestly. Let's increase melee damage by 40%. Increase sanity. Oh, there it is, 25. The crab by 25, and I've got one more birth star. Should I go for lockpick chance, spell chance, or more research? I legitimately don't remember what the research is supposed to do. Spells? Lots of spells, Hugh? Always occult bullshit. I mean, you know, at least this way if I go for magician, I can get some extra research and health, so that could be very good. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, so I've got a little bit of extra lockpick chance, tons of extra melee damage. Yeah, this ought to be a decent one. Yeah, Resnick, tell me how the spell pattern, like the basics of the spell pattern. How does that work? While I head to Forborough and investigate. No. There's fighting on the streets of Sawport. Yes. We will need to go to Sawport after this. The shadow cast upon this town hits me like a foul stench the moment I leave the car. Everywhere I look, I see eyes dropped and jaws slack in silent wails of anguished torment. I saw a terrace of houses, all with doors smashed in and curtains closed, soaked with spattered blood. Something far worse than a mere generalized taint has caused this. This is all coming from a source. A loose, poorly handled magical artifact left to leak its foul energies into everything around it. I figured you were telling me how the, like, spellcasting worked and how to figure out what the random stuff was, not telling me what the spells were. Then again, I will take the healing spell. If you know what that one is, I will take it. My investigations keep turning up the name of an elderly and eccentric professor whose home address I have acquired from the university. By all accounts, he is absent-minded enough to keep a dangerous occult text in his house. I have to recover it, and I have to recover it now. Thankfully, the vile air in this place makes my mind heavy and confused, which goes some way to suppress the aching terror I should feel at the prospect. The runes are randomly assigned to one of the letters. Restoration is always DEC. I have no idea how to tell any of that. Oh, I see what you're saying now. Okay, yeah, you are explaining how this works. I just have no idea how to tell what the letters are. Okay, once we figure out a random spell, we can okay, I see what you're saying now. Yeah. Some more ammo. Imprisoned by the cult of Yeshug, they locked me in a filthy oubliette. Can hear them cursing some enemy god, chanting Shim. I think they're killing people up there. Okay, so we've got Yeshug, and we've got Shim. So, good. That's 2 pieces of information right off the bat. Excellent, and we found the keys. Good, because fucking every door in this place is locked. The symbol Shim has had many uses in the language of the ancients, most notably as the first symbol of a notorious dispel purported to be powerful enough to banish a god. Okay, so we found the thing we were looking for. Oh, and we're getting chased by ghosts. But I still have shit to discover in here. The carving dates back to at least 6000 BC and depicts Biarla defeating and casting out a figure labeled the God of Madness. It appears to have been intended as an insult to a rival faith. Biarla is an enemy of the God of Madness. Ooh, hold on. Then it might be... that might be speaking about those. It's the same location, so it's not unlikely. In the language of the ancients, the name of Biarla is often identified with a symbol resembling a flat, square, backwards C. Biarla is identified with the Shim rune. Okay, so Yushug is the god of madness. Good to know. And now we're getting out of there. The town is lost to the shadow, and nothing I could have done can change that. But perhaps with what I have recovered here, this will finally be the last. Unlikely. Unlikely. Let's go to Sawport and help people fight some monsters. Been rolling my cyanide pill around my mouth all morning, wondering if I should bite it. Tastes like one of those chewable vitamins. Lost sanity. Yay. Sweet. Gained some health back. Sweet. Gained a lot of health back. Okay. Let's spend an hour, find some supplies. No, I'm gonna ignore the shoulder stock for now. Gonna take a lot of hollow points, though. And let's go visit Bilsing. Emergency hospital has been set up here, and it is in a rather desperate condition. Most of the beds are filled with screaming patients who have suffered abominably in the shadow, and blood cakes almost every surface and instrument. A flustered volunteer says they can make room for me if I require it in return for a payment of £5. Nah, I don't really need treatment right now. Let's see. Open that. There's fighting on the streets of Hobblechurch. They could use some hands-on assistance. Yeah, eventually. Sweet. $8. I'm immediately suspicious of the geniality of the people of this town displays. Bleh. Of the people of this town display. They smile but rarely blink at all that, inviting me to places. Go find that key first thing. Oh, hey, cool. I'm going invisible because I'm insane. Sweet, more health. Let's go north. It's not so much making them delirious as it is bewitching them and convincing them to take people to far off places. There's a corpse here. They lie curled up, still clutching at themselves as if something was eating away at them from the inside. I have no idea what aspect that would be. Might be pain? Might be pain. Madness, lust, disease, fear. Yeah, I think that sounds like pain. It might be madness, but we don't know. Sweet. Keys. Survivalist cache. You got plenty of bullets. That's the good news. And the shoulder stock I didn't want to buy, they're just going to give me. Just like, no, you have to have it. Can I get to my inventory? No, not so easily. That shoulder stock that I was like, huh, this isn't going to be that useful. They're like, no, take it. Getting lots of freaking health stuff. That's good. Nope. The U rune has been inscribed on the wall here in orange. It could be either a marking of territory or a gesture of thanks or recognition to another god. Okay, so orange is here and Yo is here, but we don't know what specifically it's looking at or like who it is. I prefer the me rune as well. Wait. I had a lot more ammo than that a second ago. The fuck? No. I had a fuck ton of ammo a second ago. What the hell happened? Oh. Oh, the fucking game got me. Yep, that was pure insanity. They're taking shit out of, oh, what was the game? It was an older game where you fought one of 3 gods, and you could go insane during it. Oh, man, what the fuck was the name of that game? I used to have it on GameCube. I can't remember for the life of me. In the case of a 4-rune incantation, the second rune denotes the recipient of the spell. In the banishment ritual, for example, it would be the rune of the creature being banished. Okay. I remember in the game that I'm thinking of, there's a lot of moments where they trick you with a bunch of different things, like your insanity will make you fall through the floor, or the insanity will cause a blue screen of death for a second, and then your character will freak out and everything will be fine. This is gonna bug me all day. The fuck that game is. I do not remember. In the middle of the aisle, I noticed a useful looking stab-proof vest on the floor. Let's take the stab-proof vest. Yeah, so prevents severe wounding, so I can't be bleeding. Don't worry about it, Resnick. Actually, hold on. I need to set something. So first do that. Sorry, give me just a moment. Let's see. Resnick, type something in chat for a second, please. Thank you. Trying to remember how... I'm trying to remember how I make people moderators in chat. Users in chat. Resnick. Nope. I do not remember how to do that. Oh, is that it? Okay. /mod Resnick 122. There you go, Resnick. Because you totally asked for that, right? On to Hobble Church. Just escaped from Forborough, that place. It's fine, I already dealt with Forborough. Excuse me, with Forborough. Into the old cash box, some more 9mm. Let's find some supplies. Yes, please, give me more fucking loot. Yes. And then take a bunch of bullets, and then return to car. Let's heal up a bit. Unfortunately, other than the random chance of texts, I don't think there is, I don't think there's a way to regain sanity. Because I know spells require sanity. They cost you a certain amount. Let's go and listen. These people have no understanding of what is happening to the world outside, but they are determined to defy it. I felt inspired by the strength in the vicar's words, and the families gathered to listen. It was with a heavy heart that I forced myself to return to the car after an hour, but what faith I have in this quest has been somewhat restored. Oh shit, that gave me back all my sanity. Fuck yeah. Let's see. Removes the anxiety status, but not the, not insanity. It doesn't give me insanity. Or give me back sanity. You know what I mean. Locate a missing person or what remains of them. Just one long fucking hallway in this house. Jesus. Nothing there. I could do with the torch, the thing that improves your view distance. Dusty jewelry. Nope, cultist. I messed that one up. I was not paying attention. Double shim. That's true. I do remember surviving the suicide thing does give that. Invoking wall runes increases sanity, does it? Okay. Not necessarily the god perverting this place, it could be intended for an associated deity. I believe we've already got Shim down. Yeah. So if we invoke a wall rune, the rune upon the wall seemed to respond to the invocation. I felt an inexplicable ease upon my mind. Oh yeah, you're right. Damn, I don't know why I never thought to do that. Let's see. I found what remains of the person I was sent to find. There's nothing I can do to help them except get out of here and break the bad news. Unfortunate, yeah. The Bati rune has been inscribed on the wall here in orange, upside down. This means it is intended as a curse to the god that associates with this rune. Well, we know Biarla is Shim, and that they hate Yushug, so Yushug is probably Bati. That. Fucking hate these little things. Those are the most disgusting and the most annoying enemies. Found another pistol clip. Nope, fuck you. I will take that loss of sanity. Sweet. Perfectly functional lockpick. The news of the death did not, it seems, come entirely unexpected to the poor soul waiting for my return, but they seemed to appreciate my efforts. As I made my excuses, they pressed a wallet into my hands, explaining that it had been left behind by a previous visiting occult investigator. The syllable yo had many uses, most notably as the third symbol of a notorious dispel. Excellent, excellent. We've almost got the full dispel ritual. There's only the fourth thing. Sweet. 9 pounds. Definite foothold in Old Hope. Okay. I don't know how far. I'm not gonna reach that in time. I don't think. We're gonna go in here first. Visit the hospital. Refill medkit. I'm not gonna spend the hour. I'm gonna try and get to Old Hope in time. But yeah, I don't think we will. Man, the crust gathered with a gape-toothed grin and a bony hand gesture. He seems to want me to open. Yep. Unfortunate. Oh well, we didn't lose much from that, and we have ways of getting it back now. Yep. Okay, we can get to Old Hope in time. He's half coherent, barking threats and making demands that no one can meet. His human shield is struggling enough that, with good aim, it may be possible to shoot him without hitting the instant. Use the shoulder stock. Quickly surrenders when he sees me take aim. The other people here are able to restrain him and club together $26 as a reward for my action. I also empty his gun of 4 armor piercing bullets, not 46. Okay, so we've got a dimensional rift we gotta take care of. Let's find some wall runes as well. Sweet, found the keys. Okay, there's the rift. And it is... I missed it. Okay, it's Agen and Kuj. Yeah, we got it. I heard the words Bati Agen Yo being chanted inside the tent, and that night the warrior who had been near death was hunting boar with his fellows. But something had changed in his eyes. He had seen something on the other side, and his mind recoiled to even think of it. That's the restoration spell. There we go. Okay, so there we go, Resnick. We know... what was it? Restoration is always D, E, and C. So Bati is D... Agen is E, and Yo is C. Strangely, each of the tribes I have studied independently link the names of Chizo and Biarla, the implication being that the two have a close bond, perhaps siblings, or consorts, or both. What? Oh, no, Chizo. Okay. Possible invader. I think that's the invader's enemy. I think madness is the invader's enemy. There's a corpse here. Their body seems to have been ripped open in several places, and the wounds repeatedly violated in unspeakable ways. That sounds like pain. Worshippers consider it a grave insult to draw Biarla's symbol in purple, as this is the color associated with one of their oldest and bitterest rivals. Okay, so Yushug is purple. In the language of the ancients, the syllable yo is usually given as a name, but it has also variously been written to denote the concepts of suffering, pain, and injury. Okay, so I think we've got this correct, and I'm fairly certain we've got Yushug correct. Now we just need to figure out whether Chizo or Biarla are the invaders. Considering that Biarla is enemies with Yushug, it's probably Biarla that's the invader, but I really want something to confirm that. Don't be afraid of the dark, little one. Speak aloud these words, and the shadows will be lifted from your eyes. Kuja and Yo. Or Kuj and Yo. Oh, man, we've got anxiety. Awesome. Dark vision is Kuj and Yo. Bam! Hear them cursing some enemy god, chanting Bati. Yep, we already know that. Okay, time to get out of this house. Man, I wish I could carry all this extra ammo. Would be fucking amazing. Let's heal up, and then we'll purchase some stuff from the hospital. Refill the med kit. Let's not kill ourselves. Sweet. I really don't care about the shoulder stock. Back to town. Return to car. Some random douchebag giving me $8. Let's see. Do you remember what the one is that gets rid of anxiety, Resnick? Yes, I'm totally Mulder. Totally Mulder. Where's Kidbury? 7 hours. No, I think that's not gonna work. Okay, so find and recover an occult text. This poor devil used his last moments to paint a message on the floor with his own blood. Open only the box bearing the symbol of Yushug. So, Bati. We need Bati. DE removes anxiety. Let's see. DEC. So, Bati and Agen. Yeah, sweet. And we got the achievement Scientific Mind for figuring out a spell because we cheated and and looked up what the methods were. If these New Age types knew what kind of forces they were toying with, I think that any anxiety they find is relieved by the Batiagan mantra. Wow. We literally just found that out. In the language of the ancients, the name of Yushug is often identified with a symbol. Yeah, we figured that out. Yushug is Bati. I need more information. Good, we found the keys. Another victim of the shadow. Their arms and hands are ruins, fingers either broken or missing as if they were clawing madly at something. Okay, so that's madness. Hopefully we can find a wall rune. The walls of the cave were absolutely covered in the rune commonly pronounced as Yo. Each one daubed on in a chalky orange paint by what I sincerely hope are human fingers. Yo is associated with orange. Okay, so Chizo is definitely orange. Lots of dead bodies here. That is Bati, so that's the one we want. Most of the engraving was too weathered to read the full banishment mantra, but the last symbol was almost certainly the syllable Bati. So Shim, God's Rune, Yo, Bati. The problem is, I still am not certain... What? Objective get away. Okay. That noise doesn't sound good. I'm running. Yeah, that noise sounds like bad shit's about to happen. And out we go. Okay. Possibly giant head, dude? Still have no idea what the hell that is. Let's go to Stonesley. And see if we have enough time to get to Kid Hope. If you need to stock up on anything, Bless All was still safe last time I checked. That's good. Yes, Stonehenge is where they are trying to summon the god, and that's where you have to banish the god. Okay, this place is safe. Kidbury, hopefully we can make it. I'm startled into full wakefulness when something heavy and fleshy slams into my front bumper. I stop the car out of reflex. The unmoving mass in the road could be human or animal. Nope, drive on. You know, Hugh, it's just the end of the world, that's all. Okay. Message received. We are good. Let's get some illegal drugs. Shit! Okay. Find supplies. Hey, a rosary. Let's grab the rosary for special scenes. Let's see. Let's go to Castleton. Where's Bless All? Oh, way the hell back up there. Okay, find the dimensional rift. Fucking hate those things. Body's torn to ribbons. Swear the runes were self-inflicted. Okay. Weird. Huh, and a fake enemy. We are doing good on health. It's the lack of sanity that's a major issue. Kiz and Ogden. Yes, Eternal Darkness. That was the game. Thank you, Resnick. Yeah, that was the game that would just fuck with you if your sanity was low. But there was also a spell that just gave you back your sanity, which was weird, to be sure. Okay, so Shim is lust. Okay. So we still don't know what color Bjarla is or if they're the one invading. Oh. Okay, we need to do that. And portals down. Awesome. Chizo has no particular interest in our realm. It seems to consider us unworthy of any action, good or bad, insofar as we can understand the motivations of such a creature. Okay, then he is the invader's ally. Bjarla is the invader. There was an extra objective in there, and I don't know what it said. The name Bjarla, as well as the associated symbol, is only ever inscribed in yellow pigment. Okay, so Bjarla is yellow. So we've got all the info. And I just better hope that some of my guesswork was correct. Oh, fuck off. Fucking hate that monster so much. This does not mean that I win, but it means that I can win. I should have everything correct, but we will see in a minute. God damn it, every fucking time. Come on, you piece of shit. There we go. Okay, return to the car. Okay, let's head to Stonehenge and get through the final dungeon, which I think has like 3 or 4 levels to it. ADE, okay. Son of a bitch. Right. Hey, Cosclope. You haven't missed a huge amount. I've gone through a bunch of the Consuming Shadow, and we have the full banishment ritual. We just got to get down below in Stonehenge to the ritual chamber and complete it. Mass death is bad. It's BAD. ADE is the full dungeon map. So restoration is DEC. So Bati and Ogden. So we just need to know what A is. So it could be anything, really. So... but we know it's not Yo. So... nope. Cool. Ah, damn it. I don't have enough sanity now. Well... that's fine. Hopefully I can find some wall runes... I have drugs. I need to get back to the car. My sanity is completely gone now. Flee for now. No, no, no. Bam. Take drugs. And go back into Stonehenge. Okay, so there's the thing. I don't think it's gonna matter because the drugs are temporary only, so they are just constantly going down no matter what. But here's the thing. The map spell is ADE. We know Bati is D and Ogden is E. However, Kiz and Shum did not work. Actually, hold on, no. We weren't sure, so we're going to find out. No, okay. So, Ogden is D? No. Because restoration is DEC, which means Bati is D. D as in dog, not E. Okay, so neither Kiz or Shum are A. But, which means that restoration is not DEC. Oh, no, you're right. You're right. I'm using that in the wrong order. Okay, one more. Doot, and doot. Nope, neither of those worked. So, something is wrong there. It's fine. We don't need sanity to get through this. At least that's what I tell myself anyway. A-B-E. A-B-E. Okay. Well. Well, I'm not going to sit here and keep using magic. I'm not going to fail the game if I go insane. I just, am not going to get the best ending. Luckily, going through here, I should get a lot of extra clues on what's going on, so that ought to help. Yushug is purple, which we figured that out correctly. Good, good. More dead bodies. Getting a little difficult to see. There's not a whole lot we can do about that other than running away again, which I don't feel like doing. Yushug defeating and casting out a figure labeled the God of Pain. Wait. Okay, hold on. Yushug is an enemy of the god identified by the Shum rune. Yushug is an enemy of the God of Pain. Chizo is not the invader, because Chizo doesn't care about this world, one way or the other. Which leaves only Yushug and Biarla. Now, Biarla has a close relation with Chizo, which suggests that they are allies. This is true. He would hate both. Okay, all right. We'll go off of that. Here we go. Used all the lockpicks to get in there. Found the way down. Good. But I've got plenty of time, so I'm gonna keep checking the rest of this floor. because I feel like I need more clues and supplies. And hopefully I can find a wall symbol and, you know, get rid of that and get a little bit of sanity back. Oh shit. Light's fucking up. Can hear them cursing some enemy god chanting yo. Okay, then yeah. So he just hates both of them. Good. I love that I'm finding money in fucking Stonehenge when I don't need it. Purple, purple all around me, purple inside my head and scratching at the walls. I can't face the purple anymore. Open up my veins to let the purple out. Okay, definitely the god of madness. Yeah, things are getting bad. I may have to retreat and come back. Fucking, there's the key ring. Cool. Okay, snack food. Nope, cultist. Okay. Batee and Batee. Yeah, fuck you, cultist. Hello, automaton. I hope I got that right, automaton. Oh, what the fuck? Shit! Can I just run past it? Yes. Okay, get past that. Nope, nope, fuck that. Fuck both of those. Not dealing with that. We are going straight... We're going straight to the ending here. I'm tempted... Escape the dungeon so that we can heal. That's the last of my supplies. Is there a safe place nearby I can go to? Yes, Stonesley. We'll go there real quick, grab medicine and drugs. And shit. There we go. And I have a broken arm too. Sweet. Visit the hospital, treat broken arm, refill med kit, back, return to car, heal. Okay. We're gonna drive first, and we'll take the drugs going into Stonehenge. Bam. Okay. In we go. And of course, everything changed. Good, there's the keys. Some more armor-piercing rounds that I don't need. Oh, sweet. The shoulder flashlight. No. God damn it. That one. Take the anxiety pills. Take the flashlight. Yeah, that helps a little bit. Oh, fuck off. Nope. Fuck you. Not fighting that bullshit. I like that the little buzzer workers can be infesting literally anything, even if it's an ally. Yushuk was the name of a Cambodian trickster deity known as the god of madness. Devotees were few and short-lived, as Yushuk's purported nature could flip between hostile, benevolent, and indifferent with no warning or reason. Yep. Confirmed that. Some more lockpicks. Still gotta find that way down. Nope. Nope. Fuck that. Hate fighting little birther fucking things. Then again, everybody hates fighting the birthers. The tea is madness. Where is the exit? In the language of the ancients, the name of Jizo is a symbol identified with a symbol resembling an incomplete number 4. Jizo is the Yo rune. Awesome. There we go. Way down. Okay, this is it. This is where the ancients will appear to lay our world to ruin. All I have to do is incant the correct banishment ritual with the invading god's rune, and the madness ends. Okay, so it needs to be the second one. So the second symbol is Shum. So it's Shum Shum Yo Bati. Yes, okay, we got it right. Now we're fighting the god. I know, right? Just need the fucking table leg, man. Doot, and doot. Here we go. Push you back further. Come on, fucker. You're not gonna get me, you piece of shit. Shit. Okay. He managed to push himself further. Come on. Fuck you. Okay. Yo, Bati, yo. Shim, shim, yo, Bati. And we have succeeded. The Elder God is banished. The next thing I remember is lying in the grass near Stonehenge, being woken by the dawn chorus. The tunnel entrance was no longer there. The ground seemed undisturbed, and yet my hands were caked with mud and earth. No one seems to remember anything that happened. The shadow that hung over the land has vanished like smoke, as have the creatures it brought. The world sleeps now, wounded but fitfully. And no one will ever know how narrowly we escaped, or who they have to thank. I'm already starting to wonder if any of it was true, and thank you, Occult Ministry, for fucking interrupting me. Good work, soldier. Whenever's convenient, report in at the Ministry. I might have a little job for you. Developed by Ben Yahtzee Croshaw. I survived. And I got another birth star. Yes! Got really fucking close to level 7 as well. Successfully banished the Ancient with 17 hours remaining and managed to escape with body and mind intact. Discovered all 4 runes, tended to favor close combat, exterminating 96 enemy minions with melee attacks. Learned 3 spells and made use of them 2 times. In the end, subject was a physically exhausted, mentally shattered, narcotics-ridden, burdened hero. Yeah, we used just a few narcotics. Ah, there we go. So we got the new character, which is the Ministry Man. He starts off with the full banishment ritual and 100 pounds cash, but he has 24 hours, and he has 24 hours to figure out who the god is. So he knows all the pieces, just not who the god is. Let's see, what was the giant face? Was it the Overseer? Alright, we're gonna go one time with the Ministry Man. Well, this will teach me not to subcontract. The scholar has gone dark. He either died or lost his mind or suffered some other terrible consequence of not listening to me. I recovered the scholar's notes from his abandoned car. Most of them were covered in deranged scribble, but the important thing is he found the banishment ritual. Unfortunately, now I only have 24 hours to deduce what I'm supposed to banish when I reach Stonehenge. Yeah, Automatune, this is a really interesting game. And I haven't even seen, like, half the stuff that happens when you just fucking lose your mind. Okay, so we know everywhere that's good and bad. We need to go... We don't have a whole lot of time. So we need to just hit Castleay, Dining, Billshill, maybe Fensholm, and then Stonehenge. I'm sure Hugh is just so upset that we managed to actually successfully beat the monster. Just so upset. Oh, right, I don't have a birth star right now. Because this is a level 1 guy. Because I never... That's right, I played the Ministry Man once, but never completed his thing, because you have so little time. It's a grave insult to draw Yushug's color in red. Found a set of keys, good. Sweet, dusty body armor. Halves physical damage. I like the way this guy pistol whips the enemy. He seems to be doing it just a little more heavily than some of the others. Okay, Resnick, sounds good. I appreciate it. Boils coat their flesh, even the back of their throat. Okay, so that means disease is one of the aspects. And I'm already about to fucking die. I can't abandon this location either. Fuck. The chieftain's son has contracted a hideous disease that coats him in boils. The wise man's remedy is to chant a word that sounds like Kathoth, apparently the name of a spirit related to illness. Okay, so Kathoth is the god of disease. He is one of the aspects here. Fuck, and I died. Yeah, I need to just level up the ministry, man. That's how I've got to handle this. Alright, over to Stonesboro. Oh, let's see. Now I just need somebody over here by the water cooler to talk with me. Then we can really annoy people with just, fucking water cooler talk. Corpse here, the damage to the body appears to have been made post-mortem. The actual cause of death appears to have been exhaustion. Possibly pain. That actually would be... It would be silly to see the Ministry walk, Resnick, but I feel like it would take some away from this game. Something must have torn their bowels and lower torso apart in a state of animal... Yeah. Okay, so this aspect is pain. Let's see. I keep forgetting that you can block the spittle that those guys, but yeah, God Chizo, it is shown to have an affinity for the color orange, which is associated with an allied deity. Okay, so there is Chizo, and he is allied with orange, which means that, well, we'll put possible invader here for now. That would be kind of silly. Yeah. He gets low sanity and just starts doing some of the crazy walks. Get some health. The symbol Shim is usually given as a name, but has also variously been written to denote the concepts of fear, paranoia, and anxiety. Still no sign of the portal. It's probably the one. It's probably that one locked room down at the bottom. Name of Chizo is often represented. Okay, so Chizo is the Yo rune. It's a good thing they're giving me so much information right now. I think that is the thing of the Ministry Man, is that you get more information and stuff. Yoshim. There we go. The god of lust is not the god attempting to invade. I know you're reading this, scholar. Your actions will have far further reaching consequences than you could possibly imagine. Okay, so lust is here, and they are not the invader. Well, hold on. Let's put lust there, not invader, and then pain was one of them. I'm thinking Chizo is the invader, but I'm not 100% on that. I had a... Yep, I'm being followed by monsters. Thought so. Get out. I've got anxiety now. Let's head to Gordal. Well, I'm glad the Ministry approves. Another dimensional rift that needs to be sealed. Appear to have died in absolute terror. Okay. Oh yeah, and since this is the Ministry Man, so now we are playing as the guy that wrote the diary, but he doesn't remember writing the diary. Okay, so Chizo is the god of disease, which I don't remember. I don't remember finding the thing for that. Okay. Invader's ally. Still no confirmation yet. Is allied with the god that is associated with orange. And once again, already very close to dying. Yes and no. I know that... Okay, so I know Shim is associated with the concept of fear. I know that Chizo is allied with the color orange, but I don't know if Shim is orange, and I don't know if fear is orange. So, I can't yet determine which one is the enemy. Most of my table notes are just guesses at this point. Nothing up here. I do find the Ministry Man's run rather silly, I have to say. It's also interesting to note that he is, I think, a bit taller than the Scholar. Nope. Oh, I died again. God damn it, so close to leveling up. Yeah, even like one more birth star would help out significantly. But I'm gonna search for supplies here first. Return to car. Let's go to Almsborough and get some more supplies. If you go into... Are you talking about Stonehenge? If you go into the dungeon? Yeah, oh, any dungeon, okay. Oh, sweet, I'll take the military flashlight. We're gonna go to one more good town, and then we're gonna start making our way to Stonehenge. Should be moving again within minutes. Other families have had the same idea. Be reassuring. Okay, yes, please prevent severe wounding. Okay. I'm not just gonna guess. I'm gonna go down south towards Stonehenge. And I don't have a 1 in 3 chance. I have a 1 in 5 chance because 2 of the runes are not associated with gods. I saw something fucking big over on the other side. Yep, it's a nest. Okay, 20% is better than 0, but I would prefer a 100%, or at least like an 80%. Poor Rich seems to have used their own blood. Oh, well, that's madness. Let's go this way real quick. Okay there, Leroy. Okay, so Biarla is yellow. Yellow. Not to be confused with Blurple. Good, found the keys. Okay, so self-inflicted wounds means madness. Good to know. Cleared the Shadow's minions from another area. Yeah, yellow would just be green. Well, not necessarily. There are ways to combine the colors without creating green. It's just more of not layering them on top of each other. Like having them stay separate but part of the same object. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. There we go. The god identified by the Bati rune is not the god attempting to invade, okay? So, what am I doing with colors? Bati is not the invader. Shit. Damn it. Of course. Okay, there we go. Birth star added. Okay, one more time, and we'll do the birth star this time. We're gonna go for the crab upgrade because god do I need health. Where is there it is. Oh hey, we start off being I'm trying to remember we get a ton of hints throughout Stonehenge. Do you guys think we should just go straight there? Just say, like, maybe go to Stonesholm and Waterton, grab some items, and then just go straight to Stonehenge? I think that's what I'm going to do. We're not going to get any clues. I'm just going to grab items and then just go straight there. You think Yaworth? Okay. Lawworth, that was the one. Yeah, Lawworth might get me a spell. It would be useful to have the spell to know the dungeon layout. But honestly, if I've got the time, then that's not an issue. Good, stab-proof vest. That's the main thing I was hoping for. I don't even care so much about, like, the heavy armor vest. It's mostly the stab-proof vest that I care about. Because bleeding is so much worse than taking a bunch of damage. Says there are dark forces at work in one of the safe towns. Let him in. Oh, yep, of fucking course. Great. Well, good thing I'm not going too far, but oh my god, we're going slow. Oh my god. Nope, pull over. Asked me if I was aware. Okay, awesome, good. That is, it's enough speed to get to Stonehenge, but we definitely are not going anywhere else. We don't have the time for it. I completely forget what my objective is here. Dimensional Rift, okay. Of course, now I've got anxiety. Good, good, good. It's exactly what I needed. Yushug and Chizo hate each other. Good to know. Fuck you little throw-up gremlin. Little vomit gremlin. That's what your name is now. Pucablin. I like that one. That's a good one. Let's see. Need to find the key ring. There it is. Worshippers consider it a grave insult to draw Chizo's symbol in yellow. Okay, so Yushug is yellow. I am glad that I got the extra health, because I would already fucking be dead if it weren't for that. God damn it. Hi, cultist. Ogden and Yo. Bam. There we go. Chizou is not the invading god. Okay. So, he's the invader's enemy, and that is possibly the invader. Tentatively, it is Yashug, but we don't know Yashug's symbol. That's the big thing. But we've definitely gotten a lot closer to figuring out this this puzzle. Have you even slept yet, Globe? Do you sleep? That's the real question. Alright, into Stonehenge. Yeah, dude, don't exhaust yourself just trying to watch this. Definitely go catch some sleep before you got to go to school. They're cursing Shim. Yushug appears to be the enemy of Chizou. Okay. I don't know what P plates are. We don't know that, Resnick. You're thinking of the last game. Discarded locksmith's kit inside. Sweet. Lockpicking is always a success. And now we found the key ring, so that lockpick is useless. Oh, another diary page. Investigative reporter. Desperately need more information. That's the big thing. 'Cause I just really need that info. When the king recovered, he displayed his bed sheets, which had become stained yellow with pus. From that day forth, yellow would be the color most beloved by the god of disease. What just happened? Hey, thanks for the follow, Automatoon. Let's see. So, Yushug is disease. Okay, so P plates is essentially like just a driver's license in America. Like I think Class D is lets people drive regular old cars. I think Yushug is the invader. I'm fairly certain of it. Fuck. Nope. Get out of there. We don't have enough sanity to try for the restoration spell either. Sweet. Health. That's exactly what I needed. Oh, shit. Nope. Nope. Getting away from there. Anything bigger than a humanoid is incredibly difficult to fight in this game. I'm getting a lot of ammo for rounds that I'm not using. Fuck. Nope. 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 Get out of there. Can't fight him. He's got a poison cloud. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, we're thinking it's Shum, right? And I have, like, barely any health for this. But, we're gonna try this. Nope, we got the wrong one. The realization hits me as soon as the incantation leaves my mouth. I'm banishing the wrong god. What kind of idiot gets as far as this, then banishes the wrong god? I shouldn't have gone it alone. There were so few people I could trust, but there had to be someone. I was injured and exhausted. Of course I was going to make mistakes. And now my pride, my egotistical lone wolf attitude has led to a fall. A fall that will bring the world down with me. Yeah, I did get another level. Oh, did we get new diary pages? Conversation with Simmons. Sky's getting darker. F is dead. No, damn it. There's a strong possibility that this will be the last thing I write in this journal. After my encounter in the security room, I decided to return to the office level to discuss the matter with C. This meant that either F's body was moved or that he had survived long enough after receiving that terrible wound to crawl as far as my door. And it didn't take a genius to follow the trail of soap bubbles and carpet cleaning foam. F was not attacked from behind while crossing the hallway. He had been attacked from behind while leaving C's office. It has also occurred to me that I did not see C go home on Friday night. I have sent the cleaners away and am writing this in preparation for going into C's office. I will take a loaded gun with me. I will leave this journal on my desk. If this is the last entry, then I can only hope that what little I have gleaned about this situation will be of use to you, reader. The disadvantage of running a secret organization is that there are very few people I can now call for help. Let's face it, F and C and I are supposed to be the people you call for help in situations like this. We are the last resort, the highest authority on occult troubleshooting in the nation, perhaps even the world. I do not want to think about where that leaves me, or the world. I have a lot of work to do now. The internet in the building has not been working since noon. The IT department aren't picking up the phone. I figure either they're taking care of it, or something else is taking care of them. Either way, I doubt going to their office in person would be at all productive. I have remained in my office for the whole afternoon, trying to reach people through good old-fashioned landlines. I had a message from Simmons. Predictably enough, he said he was going to head into the forest to find the walkers. And of course he's not answering my calls now. I called every name on my list of agents, and most of them didn't pick up either. A few did, but answered in a tone of voice reminiscent of the way C had been talking at the start of today's meeting. The small handful left over all seemed to be caught up in struggles of their own. I gave them all a place and time for a rendezvous, which I will not repeat here for obvious reasons. I need to get home, pick up a few essentials, and make for the rendezvous. I'll try to update this diary on the road. I met his gaze and remained frozen for a while, debating my options. My gun was out of bullets, and besides, I wasn't 100% certain he was one of them. At the same time, I could think of no line of questioning or action that could have made it clearer without also giving away that I was onto them. Nick kept smiling throughout. Remembering F's text, I slowly walked backwards away from him, maintaining eye contact and groping behind me for the main entrance doors. Eventually, my hands found them, as well as a rattling loop of chain and padlock. "Would you like me to come over there and open that for you, sir?" asked Nick. He kept smiling. I could have picked the lock, but not without turning to look at it, not without turning my back. I stared at him, silently, fidgeting with the chain for what felt like several minutes. Then I speed-walked back to the stairwell and all the way back to my office, frustrated at myself. I also barricaded the door with a filing cabinet. On the bright side, the internet service provider people called me back. They said they'll have someone come look at the line in about a week. While entirely useless, I found it comforting. Woken by what meager daylight can penetrate the omnipresent clouds, I spent the night sitting in my office chair, staring at the door. I kept all my desk drawers open, the ones I keep full of anti-occult apparatus. Nothing happened all night, not even a sound. That in itself is a bad sign. I heard none of the bustle one would expect from people going home for the day, or from the cleaners. That thought made me wonder if the corpse of the sea thing had been discovered. Emboldened by the daylight, I moved the barricade and opened the door a crack, peering out into the hall. From my window, which of course refuses to open, the city seems to be going about its business fairly normally, from what little I can see, although the streets are somewhat lightly populated. What pedestrians are there seem to quicken their pace as they pass the building, perhaps sensing a subtle wrongness about it. It implies some kind of calculating intelligence is behind this invasion. If it has deliberately focused its energies just on my building and my agents, the entities that pose the biggest threat to it. I am surprised that the phones are still working, both my landline and my mobile. I know because I received a call this morning. I did not answer it because the caller ID read Simmons. Okay. There's a bunch of information on some of the enemies as well, but I think this will be good for now. We're going to switch over to Sundered. So let me bring Sundered up. And if we go for a bit on Sundered Eldritch Edition, and I still feel like, yeah, I know we need a Nightbot. If I still feel like streaming after playing some Sundered Eldritch Edition, I will probably switch over to Sunless Skies, because that is a lot of fun. It is a lot more active than Sunless Seas was. But let's switch over to Sundered. Where is it? Sorry, give me just a moment. Let's see. There it is, Sundered. And shift that. Okay, that should be right. It's supposed to be coming in at the right resolution. Yes. Isn't it already set to... Yeah. Consuming Shadow and Sundered Eldritch Edition. Should be set to that anyway. Is it not set to that? Here. We'll go ahead and do this. Oh, true. True. Well, we're going to update all of that, so let's see. Update information. There we go. It should be changed now. And let's get back to this. Awesome. Thank you, Glib.
Etwas gesille leishliaich. Beskins dachle. Dataik ühe liaich. Lai aidach. Stachakis ish na.
So we're not going to go straight for Krudal. Instead, I'm going to do some exploration and figure out... I'm going to upgrade a bunch and show you guys some of the more fun areas, like the Endless Horde areas. Let's see, I believe the easier one is somewhere over in here. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's good and evil, it's pure versus corrupt. Which should, you know, be a good versus evil thing, but this is Eldritch horror we're talking about. There's not necessarily a good guy. So yeah, which would you rather see, Automatune? Purity or corruption?
Was is gesef feverish. Et veich opgat ausche grauf sadijfsterstadelijk. Dan herdik ik raak saith.
I'm pretty cool with either as well. I've seen a lot of the Purity mode, which doesn't change a whole lot from how I'm doing it now. It's basically I don't get access to a bunch of other powers. But it definitely makes the game harder, if not more rewarding. Whereas Purity really... It looks really cool. Or not Purity, Corruption looks really cool. God damn it. There we go. That's what I kept meaning to do. Yeah, honestly, I'm cool with seeing either. Well, rewarding for me because I'm getting the challenge of the game, but not necessarily rewarding for you guys. It's mostly the same thing. Oh yeah, something I wanted to note. You see these areas a lot, and you can see that there's actually names on these. I'm wondering if these are developers, or if they're actually important to the story in some way. Sorry, I actually just remembered I need to send the link to this to one more person. So give me just a moment. Sorry, it's taking a second to load everything up. Come on, come on. Load up the conversation. Or actually... Okay. Okay, there we go. That's got it. Let's see, right, that's the exit to the endless area. Yeah, we should be getting close to that endless zone. Those are fucking fun areas, if very challenging, because, you know, endless hordes. Should be one of those two entrances. I think it's the top one, so we'll go for that one. Okay, well, bye then, Aranea. I keep hearing what sounds like treasure, like right up here. But there's no secret entrance there. It's good for grinding, and it's good just for fucking around, too, because... it's literally just you versus this massive horde of enemies. You'll see in a second just how fun it is. Now, that one hurt. I need to get moving. First time I encountered an endless zone, I actually encountered the harder of the two zones, where it's mostly day hunters, the little laser guys. And oh man, I didn't know what was going on, so I was just being followed, fucking hounded by this constant barrage of lasers coming after me. Ooh, what is this? Your skin toughens. Oh, sweet, armor. Pretty much the reward for getting to the end of each endless zone is a perk, as well as whatever treasures you were able to find inside, or steal off of the bodies of your enemies. Shit, nope, can't stay in there. Ow, almost avoided that one. Shit, getting bad. Gotta get out of here. Now we get out of the exit. There we go. And that's one of the endless horde zones. Let's go for the mini boss that's down there. So I need to go... Okay, now it's going to be easier to go back towards the entrance. Can also use that to upgrade. Ow. jump up, look at the perks, and do some upgrading. You could, yeah. And monsters have a 4% chance to convert their shards into a health elixir. That could be good. Reduce the cannon's damage by 25%, but increase armor by 10. No, I don't think that's useful right now. Let's see. Increase crit chance. That's something I did not do for the longest time in my other game. Okay. So we need to go down, straight down, through those rooms, through the power room, and to the left. Okay. Nope, don't need to go that way just yet. Purity route, huh? Alright, well, you say so. Ah, no. Missed my, my exit. Hopefully I should be able to get through this door, but we'll see. There we go, got it. I'm just messing with you. I'm fine either way. I really am. I am interested in seeing the corruption path, but I'm still also very much interested in seeing the ending of the purity path as well, because I have not seen either of them. However, we get to see an interesting mini-boss here. Okay, that's one down. Shit. Shit. Come on, die. There you go. Okay. Ow. This is not quite the mini-boss that I thought it was, but still one of the fun ones. There we go. Okay, we've got an Elder Shard. Alright, who is still in the chat right now? We've got quite a few people. Avocado Badado, Commander Root, Lurks, Hugh, Skinny Seahorse. We got quite a few people here. So, we're going to do a vote right now. All of you. Do we do purity or corruption? because this is the moment to make the choice. Put your vote in the chat, and we'll tally up what everybody wants. What the fuck? Oh, right, it's over here. Are they? All right. One vote for corruption it is. As I said, this is the time to make the vote, because we are right next to an ability shrine, and it's probably the most important thing. That is a fair point, Resnick. I have noticed lurks in a few channels as well. That might be a bot too. Alright, Resnick. What is your vote? Purity or corruption? This is the shield one, yes. Okay. Mr. Hugh is very much corruption. Alright. Seems we've got 3 that are pretty much for corruption, so corruption it is. Alright, so we have a really cool shield. Alright, so yeah, we have a better shield that now returns damage when it is hit. So it is not simply more health now. We're gonna explore some more, and then I'll go check out Crural Millar. I guess? An explosive death awaits your foes. Explosions are good. Explosions are very good. Mr. Torque would not disagree there. Interesting color palette. What was this area? I don't even remember. Was this an endless area? Yeah, I think this was the endless area. Yep, proving grounds. The endless hordes. I know. Yep, saw treasure right there. There's some more treasure off to the left. I can already hear the enemies marching forward. Shit. Bam. like that they're putting them all in one place so that I can just easily get to them. Like that. Ups defense and physical attacks done to you get damaged back. Yep. I'm just gonna focus on trying to dodge all these guys. I'm not even gonna sit and fight them. We're just gonna focus purely on speed. Shit. Okay, we're pretty much out of it, so let's take care of these fucks. Ow. Nope. Hey there, Panzer. I do not know what you were referencing, Resnick. I suspect it's a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure reference. Nope, I passed by where I was supposed to be going. Oh, right here. Oh, we got a Lith Hunter. There we go. Got a perk out of it. Nice. Definitely gotten a lot of upgrade points in the last little bit. That Lith Hunter really helped, and so did the Endless Horde area. No, not necessarily. Liths are just the elites of the area. They're not the mini bosses, but they're the elites of the regular units. So, in general, they're just tougher, and if you're in the middle of specific horde waves, defeating the Lith can end that horde wave for you. Right. Yeah, the Hunter is the specific unit type. It's the, all of those turrets that are shooting at me, those are Hunters. the little balls that fly at me are meteoroids. The little electroshock things are Araneas, and the armor suits are Panzers. They are not Gundams, they are Panzers. Now, obviously, they are neither. They are Vonzers. I need to get, like, Front Mission 2, 3, or 4 and stream those, because those are a lot of fun, if a bit slow-paced. We're going to ignore every game that's ever been set in that universe since the third-person game that they had. The hell? Oh, okay, that's new. So that must be a consequence of the corruption route, as well as I'm seeing some new unit types. These, like, those purple mist versions of the meteoroids and the Panzer. I've never seen that before. So I must be dealing with corrupted enemies now. Okay, can't get through there yet. I mean, it is, but of course there has to be something that balances it out, I guess. But it is still easier. There's a lot less, there's a lot more I can do, just with a shield that hurts the enemies when they hit me. Alright, we're gonna go upgrade. And then, actually no, there's still an area to check out. Oh, and if it's the area I think it is, oh, this might be really fun, but I might not be able to access it until I beat the boss of the area. We're gonna go check it out. There is a treasure puzzle room that is a lot of fun. Very big logical puzzle. Alright. Have a good one, Otamatoon. Thanks for stopping by, and thank you for the follow. Let's see. I need to get up to there. Shit. Oh, cool. There's nothing over here. Great. Glad I went here. Yeah. Nope, nope, gotta go. Right, more corruptions. Oh, right, I can't get through here because of the waterfall. The waterfall is gonna immediately push me down. There is a specific fix to that one, which is an ability in a completely separate area. Jesus Christ, all of those D-worms. I'm still hearing a fucking secret treasure around me. I'm wondering, is it down in here? It is, isn't it? There is a secret. Yep, right there. There we go. Knew I fucking heard something. Yeah, we'll head back to Sanctuary to do some upgrading, and then we're gonna go try to take on Krulal again. Krulal, that's his name. Okay. Have fun, Globe. Thanks for stopping by. Oh god, there's 2 Lith enemies. Awesome. Nope, running away. God, that is a lot more thorns than I remember there being. There we go. Got rid of the Lithworm. Oh, okay. I'm gonna try and go straight for damage upgrades, because that's gonna help me out more than anything else against Krural. Okay, so got some new stuff. 10% of your max shield every time you kill an enemy, but increases shield downtime by a second. Reduces cannon recoil and incoming environmental damage by 30%. Gain a few shards after landing a crit. That's not bad. That would be good if I had another fucking words. I can't think. Let's see, there's more melee damage there. There's also a bunch right there. Alright. Over to Krural. I keep trying to pronounce that name. I had it right a while back. Krural. Yeah, over this way. There is a thing up there, and I'm not sure if I can actually reach it. No, I cannot. Well, no, I might be able to. I need to let my shield regen first. Shit. Nope. And dead. Okay. I tried. Alright, we're gonna go straight for Krudal this time. Alright, time for a boss fight. Probably not Globe. Well, I don't know. If nothing else, I'll just download it and then upload it that way. There's one Elder Shard down. Where are you going, buddy? You're going this way. Oh shit. Get out of the way. Okay. Another Elder Shard down. Good. And last one is right here. Balls. Did not need to fall that far. Oh shit. Nope, wrong way. Fuck. It's gonna give them tons of chances to spawn. So close. Yes! Got him! And there's another Elder Shard for us. Back to the sanctuary. Okay. Alright. That's fine. Have a good one, Globe. Hey, Hugh, are you still there? Give me just a moment. I notice that sometimes the markings on Esh's clothing just disappears. Okay, so, let's see. I think this is enough Sundered for now, actually. We killed a boss, we did a lot of exploration, we got another Elder Shard, we'll corrupt another ability next time. I think what I'm going to do is load up some Sunless Skies. It's been a little bit since I played that, and I would love to do some more exploration on that. Let's see. Quit out. Start up Sunless Skies. And And then change the title here. Graphics, full screen off so that I can actually see the chat. So this will be just a tad bit quieter, at least for a little bit. Or at least to start off with, anyway. We're gonna do Legacy Campaign, so if I die, I have to start over with a brand new captain. Enemy projectile speed, supply consumption. This is an Eldritch game of sorts. This is... It's hard to describe this. If you've seen Sunless Seas or Fallen London, that it is the same universe as those games. It's just several years in the future. Yeah, it's really hard to describe without getting into the game, so I'm just going to do that. Let's see. It does have, it has some pretty heavy item management, but Sunless Skies, thankfully the economy in this one is significantly easier and better to understand than Sunless Seas. Sunless Seas, the economy was ridiculously difficult to figure out, but this one they give you a little bit of a leg up. In the Blue Kingdom, you may encounter the convictions of the Sapphired King, rays of thought from the sun's own brow. So yeah, this is a very vaguely descriptive game, which I know sounds weird, but it's essentially they give you a brief description that gives you something of an idea of what you're seeing, but it lets your mind fill in the rest. It gives you just enough for your mind to paint the picture. Our expedition to the domains of the dead has been eventful. The Orpheon is damaged and in grievous need of repairs and supplies. We are returning in haste to the Reach, where I hope to make port at New Winchester. May God be with us. Final entry of Captain Amelia Charity Whitlock. No, you do... It's a roguelike. If your captain dies, then you get to start a new captain. But the game itself is not permanently over. You get a few bonuses to help you out. Also, welcome to Sunless Skies. You have returned to the Reach, an untamed, sunless span of the heavens. London's new frontier, a celestial garden run wild. Oh hey, they added the ability to dodge left and right. That's new. Your journey back from the Blue Kingdom was tumultuous. Your locomotive is damaged, and Captain Whitlock has badly wounded. As first officer, the crew looked to you. The nearest station is New Winchester. Can you get the Orpheon there safely? Yeah, pretty easily, if the game doesn't freeze. You're down to the last dregs of your supplies, the unlabeled tins, the wormy biscuits. A wreck drifts here, less fortunate even than you. We should scavenge her for repairs, a crewman suggests. The wreck hangs in the sky, pocked with recent gunfire. You and the boarding party don your sky suits, garments of waxed canvas lined with felt to protect against the cold of the sky. 2 of the crew are whispering as they dress. What business did Captain Whitlock have in the Blue Kingdom anyway? Why the devil did we trespass on the districts of the dead? You silence him. Now's not the time. Leap across to the wreckage. The gap between the 2 engines isn't wide, but the endless fathoms of heaven gape beneath it. You jump. Your stomach lurches with vertigo as the stars blaze above you and below. The air of the heavens is thin and torn by unpredictable winds. Then your boots hit the running board of the Ozymandias, and your leather-gloved hands fumble for a hold. One of your companions throws you a line, and you lash the 2 engines together. Only then do the rest of the boarding party follow you. One of them forces open an exterior hatch, and you clamber inside. No, it was not possible for me to die due to RNG in this leap. However, it is possible for me to fail in these parts. Now, odds are my character is not going to die, but what might happen is I might lose supplies, I might lose hull points, or I might lose crewmen. Losing crewmen means that everything runs just a little bit less efficiently, but I don't run through supplies as quickly either. Her interior is cold, unlit, and whistles with wind. Your party's lamps spread buttery light over the narrow, paneled passages. You make your way towards the hold, stepping over bodies crumpled in the corridor. Unfortunately, your way is blocked. A bulkhead has been mangled inward by a well-aimed barrage. Oh, and to let you know, the ships in this are not spaceships or rocket ships or anything like that. I'm piloting a train engine. Straight up, it is a train engine that is flying through the heavens. Let's test my iron skill. Success. As you strain against the stubborn steel, you remember an event from a year ago. A boiler explosion had trapped an engineer under a tangle of plating and pipework. The captain was first on the scene, you were second. Together, you managed to pry the wreckage upwards enough for you to crawl beneath it while the captain braced the bar against her back. "By all means, take your time," she grunted as you dragged the engineer out. Back in the present, the twisted bulkhead yields. Your companions clear the exposed rubble away. The way is clear. You have reached the Ozymandias' hold, a ruin of smashed cargo and spilled supplies. However, somewhere amidst the detritus, you can find parts to repair the Orpheon and restock your stores. Your companions work quickly. The Ozymandias' hull has begun to creak. Your actions on board may have compromised its integrity. You find enough food and gear to restock your supplies and enough spare parts to make necessary repairs to the Orpheon. The food will need to be thoroughly thawed, of course, but you've eaten worse in the skies. "Oh-ho!" cries one of your party, prying the lid off a crate. It holds a cannon, still nestled in straw. Another crewman pulls a battered bird cage from a pile of ruined cargo. Within the cage, something winged and furred opens a sullen eye. You examine your findings. The Ozymandias emits a long, juddering creak. Your boarding party exchange nervous glances. From the chaos of its hold, you have retrieved repairs and supplies and discovered some useful equipment. A gun that could be mounted on your locomotive, and an educated bat. Oh yeah, that's another interesting thing about this world. Animals tend to be very intelligent. Like, pretty much human intelligence, for the most part. Bats are used to send out into the wilds of the sunless skies and tell you about things that they have found. But it costs a large bit of supplies to do that. And yes, I'm going to mount a cannon onto a train and then fire it in space. Mount the Jerusalem cannon on the Orpheon. Her own weapons were damaged during your flight from the Blue Kingdom. That leaves you vulnerable. The Cotteril and Hathersage Jerusalem fires single shells to a good range more or less accurately. You order 2 of your party to get it back to your vessel and fit it immediately. The Ozymandias groans again. The structure shudders spasmodically. The heavens are wide, so locomotives use scouts, like bats, to locate things of interest. Ports, resources, wrecks like this one to scavenge. The bat treats its rescue as an inconvenience and immediately begins haggling over pay. You offer to put it back in its damn cage and leave it on the Ozymandias, at which point it becomes more polite. You doubt it will last. You might find more fuel here, but you had better hurry. The Ozymandias is beginning to tear apart. You will abandon anything you have not yet claimed from the hull. No, we're gonna go for some more fuel. Hearts or mirrors? Send the rest of the boarding party back to the Orphean. Go on alone. Mirrors is the skill of investigating and deducing, or hearts is the skill of convincing and enduring. It's foolish for all of you to go. Send your quickest and lightest to retrieve the fuel while the rest of you return to the Orphean. Let's do mirrors. Failure. The engine room is gray with spilled ash and littered with corpses. Little has survived the Ozymandias' ruin. You search fruitlessly for coal, but linger too long. As the wreckage is racked with final, violent tremors, you race back to the Orphean. With a dying groan, the Ozymandias splits in two, sending shards of splintered plating spinning into the sky. Several of them bite into the Orphean, mauling its hull. Stalking your engines, you steam away from the collapsing wreck. Excuse me a second. That's what I get for not breathing as much. You are restocked, at least, and rearmed. And yes, we have a cannon that we mount on a train in space. Ain't it a fun game? The walls of the captain's cabin are lined with a hodgepodge of curios from across the sky. Captain Whitlock lies in bed. Black marks cover her skin like a monstrous brand. When she coughs, coils of acrid smoke pour from her lungs. A word of living fire pursued the Orphean across the Blue Kingdom. It caught you just before you passed through the transit relay to the Reach and set its brand upon the captain. It's burned itself right through her, the doctor whispers. When I closed the worst of her wounds, I could see the sign is seared into her bones and her organs. Judging from her symptoms, it's on the inside of her lungs, too. The captain leans to one side and vomits a plume of fire into a copper bowl. There is nothing the captain can do. Her mouth is blistered from the blue fires that dance on her tongue. Her hand grips your arm. Her skin is as hot as a kettle. Made arrangements. The Orphean will be yours. Her voice is just a rasp of burned meat breath. But promise. She breaks off to scream a word in a language that was not made for human mouths. When she resumes speaking English, she is weaker. Her request little more than a gasp. Promise me one last service. Promise. Promise her you will obey her last command. All in my will. Be a better. She breaks off as the sigils burned into her bones flare, glowing cherry red through her flesh and skin. Better captain than I. The effort exhausts her. She sinks back into the scorched pillows in a twisting, frantic fever. You leave the cabin and the scorched stink of its air behind and return to the bridge. New Winchester is further than you'd like, and the captain hasn't long left. Scout has discovered something. Oh, right. Blast these bits apart. And there's a Reach Marauder. Come here. There you go. Yeah, Reavers! Strip this place for repairs. Gain some hull. And let's get back. Let's get the new Winchester as quickly as we can. And there's the dock. A rail in the middle of heaven. You coast into the bustle, the din, the soot, and the steam of Wolvesey Station. It is clogged with other engines, scrappy mining locomotives from Lustrum Way, weathered explorers gleaming with frost, sleek company vessels with bright brass fittings. No sooner have you pulled into the sidings than a brusque station master bustles over. He requests to come aboard. "I must speak with your captain," he insists, brandishing a ledger. "The usual formalities." The crew exchange bleak, wordless looks. The Orpheon itself feels suddenly more empty. The station master looks confused. You inform him that, unfortunately, Captain Whitlock has just passed. "Ah," he says neutrally. "Sorry to hear that. Very sad, very sad." He waits for what he considers an appropriate minute and a half before continuing. "Alas, even amidst tragedy, the cogs of bureaucracy must turn. If Captain Whitlock is deceased, the station authority require their answers from the first officer." He dons a set of spectacles and locates his pen. "It will be relatively painless. Name, background, purpose of visit, etc. Shall we begin?" The company... That's a good question. I would say the company works for the crown, which the crown would be the Queen of England, or as they call her now, the Silent Empress. And the company is very much disliked by most of the people in the frontier. They are not like Weyland-Yutani because they don't hold like near absolute power over whole reaches of space, but kind of the Alliance. The Alliance is a little more honorable than the company is, and I say that as somebody who hates the Alliance. I'm a Horde player, Loktar Ogar, but I guess Alliance would be the closest thing to it. Yeah. Let's see. Today, London lies between the stars. Her new empire unfolds across the heavens. But 10 years ago, before the Northern Gate was opened, before the renewed Empress led her people into the skies, it lay in a vast cavern far beneath the earth. Deep, dark, marvelous. Who were you then? The Alliance in Firefly... No, it's definitely not like the Alliance in Firefly. It's more like, Pinkertons. It's more like, the Pinkertons. Let's see. I was a revolutionary. The law offered you no protection. The engines of the state were set against that which you knew to be just. Let's see. Do you want to let RNG decide? Okay. No. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 choices. Give me a choice there, Resnick. Let's do this. RNG will decide this, oh no, you're right, random captain button. You're right. Shut your mouth. No, I'm just kidding. You're good. Random captain. We were a ministry auditor. The ministry is responsible for the promotion and preservation of British culture. It is a sprawling, many-branched institution. To which department were you appointed? I was appointed to the Information Office. Silent and subtle, the office maintains extensive networks of informants. They are also tasked with auditing new books and publication to ensure they don't contain anything unnecessary. And our ambition is fame. For centuries, people have launched themselves into the unknown in the hope of making a name for themselves. You're sure you'll succeed. After all, you never heard of anyone who didn't. No, I'm okay with this. So, the way we quote-unquote win in this game is succeeding in our ambition. The entire point is for us to gather stories of our exploits, gather specific story items that don't take up space in my hold, and write about all of it in New Winchester. I will say I'm going to change the appearance. Let's see. There we go, Madame. I think I enjoyed that. Actually, hold on. Is there... No, there is not. Okay. Apparently I have a hat with a cat in it, though. I like that. Madam Captain. Okay. Start game. Three weeks have passed. This morning, Captain Whitlock received a simple memorial service. Her body was consigned to an Acropolis train bound for the serene mausoleum. Now you sit with a handful of her relatives in the threadbare offices of her solicitors. A methodical notary is reading the will. The captain was wealthy, once, but squandered her capital on mysterious expenses before her expedition to the Blue Kingdom. Give me a moment, I need some water for this. The captain's relatives, from whom she was mostly estranged, are clearly wondering why you are here. In a final codicil, the notary announces, Captain Whitlock confirmed that possession of the Orphean was to pass to its first officer. He peers at you with dry gray eyes. This includes a certain black box contained in the Orphean's hold. Captain Whitlock's final request was that, at the time of your choosing, you transport said box to an address in London, he hands you an address card, and deposit it there. You are not to look inside. She gave no explanation. And that's it. You're captain now. The Orphean is yours. Captain Whitlock's legacy. You can investigate the black box at New Winchester. You could take it back to London as requested, or you could sell it and be done. And I have been given 100 sovereigns. Okay. Let's... First off, what is this? Captain Whitlock left it to you in the hold of the Orphean. Her will described it only as a black box, a description you consider to be an unhelpful understatement. It is a casket of black basalt, no longer than you are tall, unadorned, with a single small recess that contains a keyhole. The thing must weigh most of a ton. It stands upright in the corner of the hold where the crew have pushed it out of the way. I do not have enough of any of this stuff. Detonate the lock with a modest explosion. So, try and remember when Captain Whitlock acquired the box. Captain Whitlock had it brought on board just before your ill-fated expedition to the Blue Kingdom. It was empty then, you know, because you saw the lid and the box carried on board separately and assembled in the hold. It's not empty now. It is sealed, and even heavier than before. But you left for the Blue Kingdom shortly after the box was delivered and made no stops on the way. So whatever is inside the box now, Captain Whitlock found in the Blue Kingdom. Let's examine the box. It has the dimensions of a sarcophagus plundered from the tomb of some forgotten Prince of Egypt. There are no carvings or inscriptions on it. The join where the lid meets the body is too thin to admit even a knife blade. There are no holes by which light or air might find their way in. It is impossible to see inside without opening it. Even the keyhole has been engineered in such a way as to prevent peeking. The recess with the keyhole, though, as far as you can determine, that is a more recent addition to the box. The stone has been drilled and chiseled. It has been drilled and chiseled away to create space for a modern metal lock. Am I going to actually listen to the captain? Probably for this one. I'm probably going to deliver the box. Consider what to do with it. The last request of Captain Amelia Whitlock was for the box to be transported to a specific address in London. Alternatively, you could perhaps find someone willing to purchase it as a curiosity, and if you knew what was inside, you might be able to command a higher price. We're not going to do anything with it just yet. That much is for certain. So, the way the, actually it'll be easier to show you this. Explore the city. An opportunity, learn about trading. A porter at the station advises you to visit the nearby pub, the Promise of Days, and talk to the seasoned captains there. They keep their ears to the ground. They'll know about an opportunity or two. Excuse me. The smoggy, clanking, singing, stamping, thronging, frantic heart of the Reach. An ever-expanding port of soot-smudged glass and bright steel, spilling across a drifting, mist-wrapped archipelago. Its factories thunder, its engine sheds ring with hammers and hiss with steam. Locomotives chug into sidings for repair or flare across the sky and away into the high wilderness. Visit the Promise of Days, a club where seasoned captains gather to trade stories and share advice with younger skyfarers. Old pistons gleam on the walls. The shelves are crowded with mementos from across the sky. The clientele raise their voices to be heard above the comforting clamor of the adjacent engine yards. Introduce yourself to the seasoned captains. They are always happy to offer words of advice, sometimes many words. 4 are gathered at their usual table. The masked citizen, a libertine polymath and pioneer of the neo-nocturnal artistic school. The bedeviled didact, a scholar haunted by his discoveries. The plucky baroness, explorer, collector, philatelist. And spatchcocker Meg, who hunts monsters. Of course, everything out here is jolly dangerous, says the baroness. Few risk the skies, so news of distant ports is valuable. Collect port reports from the places you visit and deliver them to Victory Hall or Company House. The more you turn in at once, the more they'll pay. Look for other opportunities on the way, advises the masked citizen. Passengers who want transport, rich men in need of bloody work, etc. Yes, port report. Ask how to make your fortune... Ask them how to make your fortune through trade. Between them, they've carried Navarrete gemstones from Eleutheria, souls to the Blue Kingdom, and raw hours to London. Have they tips? Ah, the didact says, fiddling with his innumerable talismans. An essential topic. Meg slides you a stool, and the captains shuffle around to make room. The masked citizen buys you a drink of their own invention. It is violet and foggy. The plucky baroness gives you a brisk, encouraging grin. Ask away. How can you buy and sell goods? You can sell practically anything at a big trade hub like New Winchester, the baroness answers. If you want to buy, though, you'll need to travel to more distant ports, each specializes in a particular export. Meg spits chewing tobacco on the floor. No money in buying at market prices and selling at them too, though. You want to look for bargains, or prospects of people offering better money. Buy cheap, sell dear. Ask about prospects. The masked citizen sips their drink. The biggest port in each region has a bazaar where captains do business. There, you'll learn of people at other ports prepared to pay over the odds for a commodity. When you accept the commission for a prospect, it's yours. No other captain will pursue it, It's all fantastically civilized. Their smile is droll. You'll have to source the goods yourself, of course, says the bedeviled Didact. Find a port that exports them. The client will want a certain amount. You can supply some or all of it. But if you provide all they need, they may furnish you with an additional reward. Ask them if they know of a good prospect available. In point of fact, I do, says the masked citizen, tapping an elegant finger on their elegant glass. The host at Magdalene's needs an urgent delivery of seeds, paying a pretty penny, too. If I were you, I'd get to the bazaar straight away, put my mark against it. Meg grunts. Broker in Port Avon is selling cheap seeds. Chirpy chap, God knows why. His face looks like it's been pushed through a mangle. An opportunity. Port Avon lies to the southwest of New Winchester, and Magdalene's lies to the northeast of New Winchester. That's different. Last time I played, Port Avon was to the east and Magdalene's was to the west. Well, this is a world that changes, so, yeah. Where can you buy goods cheaply? Spatchcocker Meg wipes beer foam from her lip. Nowhere this busy. Deals are snapped up here too fast. Visit the bazaars and quieter ports. Can find all sorts. Limited supply, mind. A bargain won't hang about forever, though, so don't hang about. If you've space in your hold, snap them up. You can always sell them at a major port for an adequate return. This is true. Whenever anyone dies, every city in England shuffles their names about. This just takes it a step further. Anytime a captain dies, the whole fucking world just rearranges. Is there perhaps a way that a resourceful captain could prejudice circumstances in their favor? Meg laughs, a noise like a sneeze crossed with a ricochet. It ain't who you is, it's who you know, isn't it? Nepotism, she taps her broken nose. Quite, the masked citizen remarks. The wider your circles, the more advantageous the opportunities that will present themselves. A wise captain makes the most of them. As your captain increases in level, your affiliations increase. Academy, Bohemia, Establishment, and Villainy. They will unlock new, more rewarding bargains and prospects. Affiliations allow your next captain to inherit certain resources, should the unthinkable happen. And I've heard enough for now. Let's go elsewhere. Let's see. Right, doesn't it? An opportunity, the fastidious inspector. Excuse me, Captain! A woman pushes through the crowds towards you. She is short and square-shouldered, in a neat black suit and polished shoes. She shows you the case of her pocket watch. It is embossed with the crown and hourglass of London's horological office. The body responsible for ensuring time is consistent across the empire. I'm hoping to book passage to Port Prosper, she says, slipping the watch away. I can, of course, pay. Pay sounds promising. Thank you. The locomotive I was on broke down following a boiler rupture. The chief engineer's fault, I suspect. A gentleman fonder of brandy than of diligence. Here, an initial sum to seal our bargain. Prosper lies to the east of New Winchester. Not that there is such a thing as north, south, east, or indeed west out here. Instead, London cartographers picked 4 of the brighter, more reliable stars visible from the Empress's new palace, and named them north, east, south, and west. Londoners value familiarity. Let's head to the shops. Grab seeds for Magdalene's. I do not have a way to get gourds of chorister nectar just yet. So instead, we're going to go to the Victoria Market, buy some fuel, and some supplies. And that is, let's buy only 3 fuel and 1 supply. Get us to 5 and 5. Okay, so now we set out. I need to go to Port Avon first. Hold on. There's... My soul is clear and cold. So Port Avon lies to the southwest, and Magdalen's lies to the northeast. Okay, so we're headed to Port Avon. Shit. Let's make sure this is actually going southwest. This one is going like southeast. So we need to turn around. I love just dodging back and forth. That's such a neat little thing that they added. So yeah, welcome to the sunless skies, where there's cannon batteries and other shit just lying everywhere, and where the world freezes every so often. Hello there, Tackety. So currently, there is a war raging between the Tacketies and the Windward Company. More specifically, between the Tacketies and the Crown. The Tacketies wish for freedom amongst all of the Reach. The Reach being pretty much, I believe, everywhere in... No, this area is just the Reach. The Tacketies are looking for freedom in the Reach and possibly other places. London, of course, wishes to control everything. Now, we're gonna help the Tacketies out. We're gonna go fucking kill the Crown. That's what we're gonna do. Pokemon Insurgents. Yeah, we're gonna be the Browncoats. Let's send out the scout, because quite frankly, I need... Okay, there it is. Oh shit. There we go. Uh, 40% chance of success. No, let's just gain some parts. I have yet to see the full end of Firefly. Or at least, no, I saw the movie, but I did not see the last episode of the TV series. Ruins claw the sky, the work of giants. And we've leveled up. So, now we get to choose a facet and grow stronger. Now the question is, am I scarred? Did I spend a spell in prison? Did I have an interlude in red and gold? Or did I have a scandal in my past? I always liked the scandal one. Let's do the scandal. You were the gossip of London salons and the target of blistering editorials in the Gazette. Mad, they said. Bad, they said. Dangerous to know. What was the incident that exposed you to the buffeting winds of public opinion? How about a torrid affair? Secret letters, warm and yearning. Furtive assignations where desires, among other things, could be unlaced. The reports were salacious. And that'll increase our stats a bit. Behold, a ruin of giants, gargantuan blocks jigsaw together, furred with moss and whispering with orchards. A bucolic village nestles amongst them. Smoke coils daintily from the chimneys. A leisurely game of cricket unfolds on the village green. Disembark. A ramshackle dock juts into the sky beside a farmyard scattered with rusty locomotive parts. Plating, piping, a chugging motor with its innards exposed. Your Firefly was pretty fucking awesome. An oily-faced, black-haired girl waves your locomotive into position. "Welcome to Port Avon!" she calls as you disembark. A rich knot of scents greets you. Leaves and wood smoke, enriched by an infrequent but pungent intrusion of goat. Your Port Avon welcome. Port Avon welcomes new visitors, but your novelty will wear off the more time you spend there. When you visit in future, you may need to bring something to keep them friendly. Let's first write a port report. The locals are willing to update you on the news. There's not much to share. Were it not for talk of smugglers and sky beasts, you could easily confuse this place for a village on the world you left behind. It's quite peaceful here, apart from some fuss over a newspaper delivery. The villagers frown and change the subject when you ask about it. Let's head to the bazaar, where we can grab... Ooh, I don't have space. Ugh. We need to sell some shit, too. Sell one of each. And then back to the bazaar. Buy the last verdant seed. Yeah, Fox is pretty shit. Let's see. The Village Green, the Nowhere Inn, the Cyclopean Ruins. Not a very good chance of succeeding just yet, so we're not gonna do that just yet. We'll go ahead and exit and head up to Magdalen's. Talking about the new abortion bills, yeah, fuck Georgia, Alabama, and Ohio. That shit is wrong. I don't give a damn what you think about abortion. The shit that they pulled was wrong. Period. The fastidious inspector approaches you in the galley. "Captain, good day. I notice your ship's clock is stopped. Perhaps you'd permit me to repair it?" "Yeah, sure." She gives a grateful flicker of a smile and sets to work. Soon she has the back off the clock and has spread tiny cogs across the galley table. Obscure horological tools gleam brassily among them. Everything has a place. I appreciate the opportunity to keep myself busy. Staring too long at the stars is harmful to the temperament. The fastidious inspector has a round face, brown eyes, and short dark hair. She gives the impression of being perpetually busy. Yeah, no, I know, Resnick. I've been seeing a lot of shit about this stuff on Twitter and Facebook, and yes, it is straight up wrong. Especially in cases of rape and incest where they do not allow abortions, and the doctors can be imprisoned in jail for fucking life. Or where a woman leaving the state of Georgia it can be thought that they did so to have an abortion, and they can be jailed for life. What are the duties of an agent of the horological office? And even worse is that they did this knowing that it was unconstitutional, knowing that the Supreme Court had already ruled on all of this. They did this with the explicit purpose of getting it sent to the Supreme Court because they believe now that the court has been stacked with conservatives that they will now be able to overturn Roe versus Wade. What are the duties of an agent of the horological office? She sniffs. It is of fundamental importance that 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in one corner of the empire occurs at the same time as 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in the opposite corner. How is an empire to function if it can't agree what day it is? Unfortunately, the process is complicated by the fact that time is less reliable than it was. The hours trade has seen to that. I would love to be able to say that the Supreme Court would overturn these. However, in the cases of the new justices that Trump has gotten elected to the Supreme Court, or not elected, but his picks, nominated and confirmed, that's it. I am less certain about that. I don't think that they will be stupid enough to just completely overturn Roe versus Wade, but there's going to be changes. They will change the way abortion laws work. Especially with fucking Trump up there telling fucking lies, actually telling rally-goers that once a baby is born, the doctor actually says to the mother, cool, now do you want to kill your fucking baby? The fact that that fucker actually had the gall, the nuts to say that to people, and that people fucking believed it, is such utter horseshit. Okay. Yeah, Kavanaugh is a piece of shit. Whatever one may believe about, God damn it, the doctor, I don't remember her name. I wish I did. Whatever one may believe about, thank you, Dr. Ford. Whatever one believes about her accusation, Kavanaugh fucking disqualified himself by going on a fucking tirade, a self-pity, persecution complex tirade about the Democrats and vowing vengeance against them. The fact that that was allowed to stand, it doesn't fucking matter what happened. The fact that that was allowed to stand and everybody just went, it's fine, it's fine. No, it's fucking not. That right there shows that he is not going to be of sound mind, that he is not going to be neutral like a Supreme Court justice should fucking be. The whole fucking situation was just politics. That's all the whole fucking thing was. It was pure partisan shittery. Just like it has been for a while, but the fact that it is reaching these kinds of extremes is just so fucking worrying. We're gonna go this way. Let's send out the bat. I need to know where I'm going. Nope, that's not what I needed you to find. Still not what I needed you to find. Damn it, there's nothing to be found. Okay. Let's go up this way. I know Magdalen's is to the northeast now, but I don't know where it is since the world has changed a bit. Gotcha, bitch. To the victor of the spoils. The crew of the Marauder lie dead in the corridor, killed not by your guns, but knives and small arms fire. The only survivor is the captain, locked in the brig with a bottle of brandy. Chalk eyes stare back from every wall. When he ran out of chalk, he began scraping them in with his fingernails. Little remains of them, but bloodied stumps. Seen this before, Captain, says a crew member, grasping your arm. Sky madness. Magdalene's can treat it, if you can be bothered to take the poor sod. Yeah, let's do it. I have a tale of terror. The crew wrap the Sky Madden captain in blankets, then secure them tightly with belts. It takes 4 to transport him safely to your locomotive. He might not be happy restrained, but it should keep him from harm until you get him to Magdalene's. The captain's secured, you have a moment to see whether there's anything of worth on his locomotive before abandoning it to the wilderness. Loot the hold. We have a salon stewed gossip. Nope, and there's something up here. What is that? Something grave. Ah, we have a ruined hull. The wreck gleams with frost. Its windows are dark, its engines silent. Perhaps something of value lies inside. Yeah, I saw that episode of Firefly. Let's not go into that one. Send the bat out. Not doing too well on supplies. But son of a bitch, he's not finding anything. I need to find Magdalen's, but this bat isn't fucking finding it. And I'm not sure I'm going the right direction. Well, right direction for another fucking marauder. Let's raid the safe. Gain some sovereigns. There we go. That helps out. I think we're going too far to get to Magdalen's. I think Magdalen's is a little closer than that, so we're going to go back down this way. Unfortunately, this is not Pulsar, so we can't just send out a distress signal. He's finding secrets, but he's not finding Magdalen's. And this is just taking us further and further to the edge. Maybe I should have gone more that way. And there's another marauder. Let's not draw its attention just yet. Nope. Its attention has been drawn. Nope, fuck you. There we go. Got it. Raid the safe again. Gain some more sovereigns. Let's go check out this thing and then head back over to that area. I'm gonna send out the bat one more time. We might just go back to New Winchester. Let's mourn the dead. Your terror has fallen. Fucking hell. Well, there's a Tackety nearby, so that's good news. There we go. Gotcha. Gain more sovereigns. This is very good. That fucking marauders are everywhere, man. I mean, to be fair, Resnick, mourning the dead happens in nearly every episode of Firefly, so, you know. There we go, gotcha. Getting lots of sovereigns, which is an excellent thing, but I really need to find that port. Hey, Automatoon. We're just playing some Sunless Skies. If you've ever heard of Fallen London, it's based in that same universe. Wait, what is it? A wonder. Oh, there's a wonder over there. Okay, we'll have to visit that later. You guys should check out Fallen London. It's a website, and it is a free-to-play text-based game, and it is amazing. It is so much fun. Turn off our lights. Hopefully they lose track of us. Let's get out of here. They are not losing sight of us. Let's keep going. Let's try to get the new Winchester. I need a resupply. Thankfully, we've gotten enough sovereigns that I feel okay getting a resupply. Send out the bat one more time. Of fucking course, they tell me about something over by New fucking Winchester. Okay, nope. Back to New Winchester. Our people are on half rations. I mean, this game would be a lot like it if it weren't for the mad monsters and the fact that literally they mine hours out of the rocks. And when I say hours, I mean like time. They mine time out of rock. And that is the primary trade that the Empire of London is interested in, is the mining and trade of time, so that they can increase their lifespan. There's also the giant nests of bees, where you can get chorister honey, and the bees are about as big as my ship. Back in New Winchester. I gotta get fuel. I gotta sell some shit. Oh, hi. Excuse me. I represent Halliges, the banking house. I promise this will take only a moment of your unquestionably valuable time. He produces a folded contract with a flourish. We hear promising things about you, madam. Very promising indeed. We would like to extend our services. We provide a secure solution for the storage of your assets. Absolute discretion and steadfastness unto death and beyond. We require only a signature. Yeah, sure. I'll take a bank vault. I am certain that this represents the beginning of a long and warm relationship between ourselves and your lineage. May it endure. I bid you good day, madam. So now we have a bank vault. So, sell the crate of nostalgic crockery. And, okay, so we need... How much money have I got? That much. So I need some supplies, I need some fuel. We're at 3 and 3. The fuel goes a little faster. Okay. Unfortunately, fighting all those marauders was not as profitable as I had hoped it would be. We definitely did not make back enough supplies and fuel. It's funny you mention that. In Sunless Seas, you have the ability to overwork your engines so that you gain a burst of speed. Unfortunately, you don't here, though. So there's Trapisto's Hurry, so we need to go up here. I don't know what a Crazy Ivan is. I know I've heard the term, but I don't know what it is. They found another fucking platform, okay. Was a maneuver in a twin-engine vessel that could create a spinning motion on the ship. By having one engine running reverse and another running forward, the ship could effectively spin around quickly. No, you can't do a Crazy Ivan in this. You got one engine. That's all you got. Hi, Tackety. That might be it. Okay. You finally found a goddamn platform. This might be it. It's a little... it's directly north, not northeast. This isn't gonna be it. It's the circus. Damn it. This is not what I wanted. Palmyra and Plenty's Circus. A traveling circus is settled here, too afraid to go further and too afraid to turn back. Its clanking, gaudy locomotive scavenges such audiences as it can from nearby homesteads and delivers them for an evening of shabby, desperate big-talk magic. The inconceivable circus! The greatest show! The greatest show, that's what the adverts promise. The reality is not impressive. Aside from the big top that dominates the circus, the place is shabby, poorly maintained, and even more poorly attended. Bored-looking circus folk man rotting booths, and the clowns painted on smiles are no match for the deep-set misery behind the grease paint. Even the calliope music, playing on a run-down piano, is more grimly resolute than cheery. I don't have the money to purchase a ticket currently. And they're selling ammo. Of course they are. Nah, I know what happens if you try to sneak back. Pretty much nothing happens. So I'm not going to at the moment. So where the hell is Magdalene's? Maybe it's, like, up through there? Maybe I was on the right path, going east. Because it might have gone back up north. Definitely, I've got to get there. Like, I can't not get there with this trip. Either I get there now or I go back and, I mean, it did, yeah. Yeah, we'll keep going northeast. We'll check it out. But I can go back to, New Winchester and just sell these seeds if I have to. Since I got them on bargain, I will actually get a better price selling them, so I'll make some money off of it. It's just gonna be hard no matter what. Come on, fucker. Of course, hitting them hurt me more than it hurt them. Yeah, strip the hull. Or strip the engine for parts, rather. We're down to 1 supply, which means I either make it to the next port or I'm fucked. That's true. They might have had food. That is a good point. And I had the hold space. What the fuck was I thinking? Well, next marauder I see will murder the fuck out of them and then loot the hold, if it gives me that chance. This is it! Magdalene's! Yes! Fucking finally. 'Cause I recognize this place. Magdalene's, the house of small comfort. First, bazaar, bam, bam, and bam. Make a ton of money off of that, plus an extra 100 sovereigns for getting all of it. Stock up on supplies and fuel. Grab a few jumbles of undistinguished souls. And by that they mean souls. Actual souls. Hey, Salix, how's it going? Let's see. Alright. Salix is following. Woo! Deliver the... Let's see. The glass spires of Magdalene's pierce the clouds like swords. Shadowed figures can be seen moving through the gleaming corridors, their identities obscured by the hued glass. Crowds of skyfarers, ministry officials, and merchants mill about the forecourt in varying degrees of distress. All watch the clock set in the great clock tower, waiting for their appointed hour. Deliver the Sky Madden, Captain. The nurses bring a stretcher to carry the Sky Madden Captain from your train. He'll receive the care of Magdalen's finest. Well, at least Magdalen's finest with a sense of charity, given that he has nothing on him to pay for their ministries. Yes, thank you. I need the port report. Write a port report. There we go. More of those I can get, the better. Magdalen's is abuzz with activity. Barely has the clock chimed, then a clamor goes up at the front desk, guests rushing to and from appointments. Lord Whatever was seen in conversation with the amenable host. The East Wing was closed for general access all day. A certain distinguished admiral was seen with his second-in-command entering one of the chambers of regret. Several guests succumbed to an excess of sentimentality and were forcibly removed. Well, of course it didn't name the Lord. No one goes by their names in these places. You go by the amenable host, or Madam Captain, or the masked citizen, or things like that. Actually, no, the only person who had a name was Spatchcock Meg, and I'm not certain that was her name. Speak with an attendant. This is true, I don't go by underscore. An attendant in the foyer schedules appointments with the aid of a hefty daybook and a very accurate clock. They are eager to explain the procedures and the rules that govern here. This is a hospital for the spirit. Our staff will become the person you need. Here you may say farewell to a doomed comrade, resurrect an old love, spar with a defeated enemy, all for a fair price. But do not overindulge. Our services are to heal, not to become an addiction. A meeting with the amenable host. An attendant escorts you through the dazzling violet corridors. The host's red door is always open. The attendant leaves you just as the clock begins to chime. The amenable host reclines on a couch of crushed velvet, a goblet of sparkling wine in his long fingers. Are you able to overindulge? Yes, you are. A goblet of sparkling wine in his long fingers. Somewhere in the tower above him, the great clock ticks away. As a policy, the host's atrium is always open to guests. He is available to hear opinions, friendly criticism, and suggestions. Today, he has a headache. I have no idea what happens. I've never done it before. I don't have the money for that kind of shit. Listen to the amenable host's request. His voice is soft and sibilant, like butter melting in candlelight. A guest has become rather too attached to a particular attendant. He always requests that the same attendant appear in the exact same guise. The amenable host's lip curls in distaste. He reiterates the aim of Magdalen's, a place of healing and respite. It was not meant to feed obsession or self-indulgent self-loathing. This guest brings sickness. I would have him purged. I have a dossier on our guest if you're interested in helping. Take the lachrymose guest's dossier. The amenable host smiles indulgently. I'm so glad you want to help. He produces a thin sliver of pages and passes them to you. I'd recommend taking on the role of one of our attendants. That way, you'd be able to play the role of someone significant to him. The amenable host sighs, reaching for his goblet. He knows all of our attendants by voice now. Someone new is needed. What about the dossier? Can I read that? Apparently not yet. Okay. Observe guests going in for treatment. Some smile, others weep. One lady has a terrible gleam in her eye. Another, a recording device. A trio of guests is going in together, all dark-haired and straight-backed. Yes, I know it's not the real thing, but I'd like a sense of closure, the tall woman says. What rot, barks the short woman next to her. You want to argue over the will again. I have told you once I am not giving up the spoons based on a charlatan's say-so. Do be quiet, please, the one man says. I, for one, am more than happy to hear again why I was lumbered with the third best wardrobe. Talk to patients being discharged. Some leave smiling, others weeping. No one can resist looking back behind them, even just for a peek. How do you deal with him? A treatment chamber has been emptied for you should you wish to adopt a guise from his past. Alternatively, he is standing right there. He does not seem to have noticed you, his eyes instead boring through the doors of the treatment rooms. Unfortunately, I don't think we have the irons to approach this directly. So I think... Excuse me, I think... What are... Oh, I can't check my goddamn... Hold on. Okay, I've got mirrors, the skill of investigating and deducing, and I've got some decent veils, the skill of deceiving and evading. Yeah, we're gonna have to go for the disguise. Well, we're not being evil. I think we're gonna go... We're gonna go as his mother. You look just like the faded daguerreotype, down to the teeth. You gnash your jaws reflexively. The lachrymose guest's eyes widen as he enters your chambers. This is a mistake! I didn't ask for this! You never do you? You get to work. When it's over, you doubt he will be returning ever again. Well, there we go! An attendant escorts you through the dazzling violet corridors. The host's red door is always open. Oh, yeah, I've already done that. Let him know what happened. Satisfaction. The amenable host smiles beatifically. Of course, my staff will be pleased. It is a risk of our trade when our clients can no longer separate identity and illusion, but seldom pleasant. He sighs deeply, echoing around the chamber like a newly freed dove. It is a trap any of us could fall into. His face darkens briefly. Here, take this. He fetches around beneath his couch for one of his goblets. It'll fetch a pretty price. Take it with my thanks. And do visit us again. Amenable host, is there anything else you would like? Yes, he has a job for me. The amenable host reclines, already did that. He is melancholy today, not to mention irritable. He has a job for you, he says, his voice rich with unhappiness. I admired your discretion earlier, he sighs. You have seen the dangers of our work upon those who abuse our service, yet we are not immune to it ourselves. He draws your attention to several paintings on the walls. My regulars have, at various points, requested that I be a prospector on Lustrum, heir to a fine house in Port Prosper, and a titan of industry on New Winchester. Very specific requests and more. I have vivid memories of being all three. Yet all cannot be true, surely. He presses a locket into your hand. This bears my image. See if anyone remembers me. I can't remember who I was before this. If I could be other than I am, I'd like to know. So there's a Nintendo Direct in 9 minutes? Are you guys going to go off and do that? Should we leave all this for another day? Because we've been going for a good 4 hours now. No, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna leave this off here for tonight, because as I said, we've been going for 4 hours. This is pretty good. So I will talk to you all later. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you, Automatoon. Thank you, Salix. Sorry that you didn't get to see very much. Thank you, Resnick, and thank you, Hugh. As well as Who was it earlier? Globe. Globe. Yes, thank you, Globe. Once eventually you get to see this. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you had fun, Automatoon. Definitely, if I believe all of you have hit the follow button, but definitely anybody else who catches these videos later, hit the follow button and invite your friends along. Give them some convincing words. I'm sure we'll have a lot of fun. Anyway, have a good night, everybody.